welcome back to episode 4 of the Weekly Bengal with Jackson
and Travis
and special guest
Hudson.
Today's topic that we'll be covering is the World Cup more popular than the Super Bowl.
So Hudson, what is your opinion on this?
So from my understandings, I would have to say the World Cup by far. Say more people from around the world watch it. More in general with the World Cup being kind of like with football, just being kind of like a North American sport. Soccer is all around, man.
All right, so what I think on which one's more popular, I think the World Cup is more popular because just more people watch it, and soccer is like kind of all around the world, and like instead of football just being mainly in America.
Yeah, like building off of that, more countries, I guess you could say, participate in it. Because all the countries around the world, like most of the countries around the world play in it, and they have a team there. But with the Super Bowl, you have two teams that originate from the United States. And football, it's more of I feel like just an American sport, and that's like the most American sport, I feel like.
Hudson, what are your thoughts on who's gonna win the World Cup?
Yeah, so I've been thinking about this. I am really into soccer and the team, so I was thinking Spain. You ever heard of Lamine Yamal?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, he's a young superstar, eh? He's super good. I'd say Spain has a very strong lineup with their country playing a lot of soccer. So I was going to say them probably. Or if I had to pick another country, England, because they're also a mainly heavily soccer-like, or should I say football. And, yeah.
So, Hudson, do you play soccer?
Yeah, I grew up playing soccer, but I also played basketball. I played a little bit of baseball, and I was really big in table tennis. So yeah, but I guess I really fell in love with soccer. It's like my favorite sport. I went from rec to some club, and then I eventually played high school, which was my final goal.
Oh yeah. So personally, I think the Super Bowl, it's smaller because it's just one stadium and one game, so you can only have as many fans as you have in the stadium. But obviously you can have the people watching on TVs and stuff. But the World Cup, there's so many games that the stadium is just, you could have so many people there. You could have so many people watching every game.
So Hudson, how do you think the Super Bowl can become more like popular so more people around the world can watch it?
I'd probably say maybe like extending to the league to different countries. So like maybe some teams in Mexico or Canada, a couple more there. Maybe you can build off of that. Maybe eventually get overseas to the Europe. And yeah. I think it's just like more of an American sport. Many people, it doesn't interest them. So if they really try to spread the word,
Yeah.
So Hudson, do you know when the next World Cup is?
Yes.
When is it?
It's in June this summer, actually. Once every 4 years.
Where is it?
In USA, Canada, and Mexico.
Okay. So Hudson, since the World Cup is in the USA and pretty local around our country, do you know where the closest stadium is, or are you gonna try and go to any of the games, or what's happening with that?
Yeah, I've definitely talked about this. The closest game to us is in Atlanta, down in Big Georgia. And I was thinking about it, it's pretty far away. Everyone's going to try to go because it's kind of rare for the World Cup to be in the U.S., so might be a lot of participants there. So I was thinking about it, yeah.
So Hudson, do you know when the last World Cup was in the U.S.?
I think it was back in like the 1900s. I'm thinking like 1994, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. The games might be hard to get into. Everyone's been awaiting this arrival.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So Hudson, do you think the men's USA team is going to be good this year, or what?
I think they might have a chance. USA isn't known to having the strongest soccer team, but this year we are looking pretty good with some young superstars. But I don't think we'll have competition with bigger countries like England and Spain and stuff like that. But I think they might be able to put up a bit of a ruckus with their division being with not so many good teams.
Yeah, and I feel like they have the home stadium advantage since it's so close here.
Yeah, because all the other teams are having to travel.
Yeah. So that's going to wrap up episode 4 of the Weekly Bengal. And that's a special thanks to our guest, Hudson, for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me.
As our 3rd guest ever.
And make sure you spread love, kindness, and positivity this week.